Yo, what up, everybody? So it's cool. We're gonna get to the shoot in a minute. Oh, for my shoot today, I thought this would be pretty cool. So I'm shooting on a rooftop today, but I saw these orange cones and they're just laying out here. So I figured I'll get a few of them and put them in my truck and use them for the photo shoot. But don't tell nobody, all right? Let's go. We are back with another photo shoot for you today. But today, you know what? I think I want to take this opportunity to educate today. What's up, everybody? It is your boy Brandon. The reason why I'm saying this is because recently there was somebody who came out with a video, and I think they was doing some photo shoots and stuff. And this is one of the same people who wanted to comment on the black dish and, you know, kind of have their, you know, negativity, and they call it, you know, skepticism and like a lot of different things. But I saw this person, and, you know, anybody that comments, you know, I always like, you know, we're always looking at people's work and everything, but, you know, the gloves is coming off a little bit. You know, this is not going to be a nice side, you know, because I wanted to take the time to address this, but I'm gonna tell y'all just like it is. Don't come in my comments, especially if your work is not there. A lion doesn't concern themselves with the opinions of a sheep, you know? So you can always check somebody's stuff, you can always review somebody's stuff, but how are you gonna come in my channel about my company and talk stuff when you barely even know what you're doing, all right? And it was just baffling because I'm like, yo, you're gonna try to question me about lighting. You're gonna try to question me about flash. And here it is what you're shooting, but you wanna try to come and question me? Me, out of all people. There's not a lot of people even on YouTube who do what we do. And you have the nerve and the audacity to try to challenge me. But it was so funny after I saw their shoots and stuff. And you know what's also funny is that the results, it's not really about, it's about the shoot, but it's also about the results. We want to see the results. And your results were not great at all. But instead of putting this person on blast, and instead of going through a whole bunch of, you know, YouTube, I'm not one to get on here and try to battle out people. That's no competition, all right? It's your work speaks for itself, all right? Just plain and simple. You guys, and I want to say this to everybody, don't worry about nobody else, all right? You let your work speak for yourself, but don't try to go challenge people if you're not educated yourself. Don't go to try to challenge people if you know damn well your work is nowhere near or up to par with their work. It just doesn't work like that. But instead of putting this person on blast, and I told y'all this wasn't gonna be nice, but I'm sorry, this had to be said. Don't come at me. You want to come at me, you better come correct, because I will blow up your spot. I'm just where it is. Will Smith that ass, all right? And I'm not cutting any of this out, sorry. Y'all just want to deal with it. So anyway, instead of putting this person on blast, I took this time to educate everybody out there. So today, this is gonna be my top 5 hell no things that you do with off-camera flash and doing a photo shoot, all right? Here we go.
Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh, yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent.
All right, guys, so first thing first, all right? When you get to a photo shoot, there's one important thing to remember. You are the creative director, all right? It is your job to direct the model. It is your job to pose the model. It is your job to get the shots that you need from a model. Understand one thing, the model is a canvas, all right? The model is just a canvas. She is there to basically give you what you need, all right? But it is up to you to bring that out and to get the shot from her, all right? The model, she can pose all day, You know, she can pose, but there's a lot of things she don't know. She don't know any buildings behind her. She don't know anything about the structures. She don't know what's going on behind her and around her. That is your job. So the first thing is, number one, do not get to a shoot and just tell the model to just go. Just do what you want to do. You know, just flow. Just go ahead. That's number one. You never tell a model that, all right? Because she's not gonna, you're supposed to go to the shoot with the vision, with how you want to shoot. If not, then that means you need to get more creative with your photo shoots. But you never go to a shoot and just tell the model, okay, you know what? Just go ahead and go. Just do what you want to do. We don't do that. That's not what photographers do. You are the one that's to create, because that tells me as a photographer that you don't know a lot about posing. You don't know a lot about expression. You don't know a lot about just being creative at all. So you're depending on the model to give you all these looks and everything. Normally a photo shoot lasts about an hour, hour and a half. And how many looks and how many poses do you think a model is going to give you for a whole hour? Normally a model has about 5, probably 6 or 7 poses in size and stuff that she knows of, that she does in every photo shoot. After those 5 and 6 poses, what are you gonna do for the next hour? So number one, never tell a model to just, hey, just go do what you wanna do. We don't do that, that's dumb. You never tell a model that, all right? Direct the photo shoot. So number two, I have my model Tina here, so I'm gonna tell you. So number two, you never do this with your flash. Y'all see what that looks like? You never do this with your flash. Off-camera flash photographers, this is not lighting photographers, this is not what we do. You never bring your flash down to something like that and shoot straight on your model. What do you expect to accomplish with that? That ain't gonna do nothing but blast a bunch of light right at your model's face. That's not how you do flash. And if you look at the results of your pictures, you will see that that is the most ugliest shot. Actually, you know what? Let me get my camera. Hold on. I don't know why I'm talking for. Let me get my camera. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take a picture. I'm going to show you why we don't set our flashes up like this. Here we go. Check it out. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Just like that. So as you can see from that picture, the flash is just coming straight in their face. And that is definitely not doing anything to your model or to the lighting or anything. It just looks absolutely unflattering and it looks horrible. Here's a second thing that here's another thing that I saw somebody do, or saw him do. I don't know if you can actually see the distance, but look where the flash is compared to where she is. There is no reason to have your flash way back here because if you understand the inverse square law, you should understand how light travels and how light falls off. So you need to make sure you place your modifier in a way that you're going to get a more pleasing look, a more nicer look. Now I'm going to go ahead and all right, so as you can see, I've moved the modifier much closer to her. I've angled it down. It's offset about 90 degrees. And this is so you can get a nice fall off. All right? It's all about light fall off, and make sure the light spreads evenly so you can get a nice look on your model. But when you shoot it directly at her face, it does nothing. The light is going to spread, it's going to hit the top of her head, come down and spread evenly on her face and all the way down. But when you blast light right in her face, the head is going to be dark, this part is going to be light, this is going to be dark. That's not how you do it. I'm about to show you how it's done. Yep, give me the same pose so I can make sure it's the same way. All right, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. So I'm going to put these two up there so as you can see how the light actually falls off. You see how it hits the side of her face and then it wraps around to the other side and just gives you that gradual fall off. You can't do that when you blast light straight at their face. So number one, control the actual shoot. Number two, make sure you get a good light placement with your modifier and you're like, oh my God, it's beaming out here. Number three, don't have your light way too far back where when you hit the flash button, the light is just losing power as it comes. I mean, it's probably lost about 4 or 5 stops by the time it gets to your model, by the time it goes through 2 diffusion panels, and then until it hits your model, you done already lost a lot of light. So when it hits her, it's barely even anything like there, and it's just all harsh and it's just all ugly. So make sure you know how to soften your light. Make sure you know how to actually shoot with the light. Nothing. When you shoot, you have to let your mind be creative. You have to get to a shoot and think, how can I make this shoot creative? Like I showed you earlier how I got those little things out of my when I stole them. We're gonna shoot that because as I was coming up here, I always think of ways to make my shoot a little bit more creative, a little bit more dynamic with every shoot that I do. I just don't go to a shoot, have a little pretty model, and then just take pictures and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Always try to get some type of creativity in your shoot, regardless of what it is. Always think outside the box, all right? Some people out there are calling themselves professional photographers, but you're not thinking outside the box. Think outside the box. Go to a shoot, every shoot, and say, what can I do to make this shoot dope? What can I find on the ground? Where can I place my model? What kind of poses that can I do that's gonna make this more dynamic, more innovative, something. Go to a shoot and start to think about how to be different, because that's what's gonna set you apart from the rest. Number 5 was about controlling the model's poses. When I saw this, I saw a model and she was just touching her face, doing all this, and then he was like, all right, give me another pose, and she would be like, all right. Every time he was trying to she would turn, just, you know, hands on your face. I'm gonna tell you, as a professional photographer, a sign that a model just constantly touches her face and puts her hands on her face is a sign that she does not know how to pose. Because she relies on this and relies on this. It's like a safety net. That's the only thing she knows. She don't really know how to pose, so she relies on this and this and this. If you was just to tell her to stand there and give me a pose, she don't know how to be dynamic with her pose. She don't know how to use her hips, her hands, her legs. And he was just kind of just letting her go. And I'm like, why are you just letting her touch her face with every shot that you're doing? That's not how you do that. That is a sign that she needs help. So if you see that and you seeing that your model needs help with something like that, you need to stop it and you need to control the shoot. So my 5th one, you need to control the model's poses, all right? You need to learn how to pose your model and get some different dynamic shots. The second thing is you need to learn how to control the model's poses. If you're gonna tell them to go and just do what you wanna do, you need to learn how to control that, because it can get out of hand really quick and every shot that you take is gonna look the exact same, all right? Creativity, control the shoot. Can we get on with a photo shoot? All right, how about that? Let's go. So as I talk to you guys through this photo shoot, I'm not gonna play no music or nothing. I'm gonna just do a photo shoot. So one of the big things about when you're going to a shoot or doing a photo shoot is a lot of times I like to look through the viewfinder, especially when it's bright out here, because the viewfinder kind of tells me what my area looks like, especially since I'm using a 1.2. I'm using a 35 millimeter 1.2 right now from Sigma. When I look at my viewfinder, it can actually tell me what actually looks the best for a shot. So when I was looking at her through the viewfinder and I was turning her, the spot that she is right now, it kind of tells me that the sky is the bluish right here, that the structures and stuff behind her actually looks pleasing to her. It actually complements the shot. But if I'm just kind of looking like this, I can kind of gauge it, but try to look through your viewfinder before you shoot. It'll actually tell you what your best shot is. And then when you move to a new location, get your camera, look through your viewfinder before you took the shot, move your model to the different shots, and it'll actually tell you which actually looks best. And we are using the black dish, okay? This is double diffuse, no beauty dish on the inside of that. I wanted to do another photo shoot without the beauty dish inside, just so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm staying underexposed because it is really bright out here, so I do have an ND filter. Even when you get your dish, you always want to use an ND filter outside, especially when it's bright like this, to stay underexposed. I like to stay under my flash sync spink so I can always get the full power out of my flash. So my flash My ND filter allows me to stay, I'm using an A1, so this allows me to stay under my maximum flash sync speed, which is 1/400th of a second, versus other cameras that are like 2/50th of a second. So 1/400th of a second, shooting wide open at f1.2, ISO is 50, and my flash currently is 1/8 power. Pretty good, right? But again, I'm using the full power out of my flash. So as long as you get the full power out of your flash, you're great. Ooh, shit. All right, want to get some angle shots. Straighten that leg out. You bending it, yep. Turn chin up, good. Pull down on this a little bit more. Pull up, there you go, perfect. Yep, 3, 2, 1. Good, like that. Boom, now we talking. Good. Bam, 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 look this way right here, right there, stop, 3, 2, 1. Boom, all right, good. Come back straight, right here, good. Pull down, pull both of them down. Perfect, yep. No, actually, where's your belt? Yeah, there you go. Boom, there you go. Yep, chin up. Right there, good. All right, so. Push this out towards me a little bit more. I want you to do that same pose. Bring it back towards you. Back, back, back. Right, now push it out towards me. Yeah, there you go. Hold on. What happened? Second one. This is gonna be a good shot though. No, I didn't hit it. I'll tell you in a minute.